Come on, 180.
56. Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Shoot, watch the shoot.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put him in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs? That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. The tackle there by Breanne Body Calhoun.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Goff. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Corey Coleman back deep to return. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. This is Pede. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Now a give to Pede. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On play action, it's Wentz. On the move to his left. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Wentz gets it to Strong. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want to
offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We're scoreless after 1. And this one is right through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you sort of notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Now a first down throw. Gone. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Wahoo! Don't be scared of it. Play 56. Oh, 56.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Check 26, check 26.
Peed. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. On second down and 4. Wentz, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Next to score, Rams 7, Eagles 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now Wentz to try again after the pick 6. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, and complete to Zach Ertz. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there of 20 yards. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to let this go. It's caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up the first down and change our momentum?
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Ric Flair.
On first down, Goff. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up second down. Again, Goff. And his throw is incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And that'll make it third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On play action, Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is caught by Jackson. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point splits the uprights. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Here's a carry for P. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 280.
50, Mike, 50. Come on, D. Slam.
Lynch 5-3. Bunch.
On first down, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danico Autry able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing is Wentz. He'll hit Jackson complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Hey, check Mike 50.
Now Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18.
Let's go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's set it up, fellas. Let's set it up.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Again on the ground with Peed. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep over the... It's caught inside the 25. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Goff now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Body Calhoun. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Straight 15, straight 15. No game on the play. It's 6-5-7. Hey, Delta. This is us.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. Wentz now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Dante Fowler, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Dante Fowler make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. That one broken up by David Long on the defensive end. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Woods, the intended receiver. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with some...
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Eagles, a final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Rams, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll get their shot at